Hello, hello, hello. Hi, everybody. Thanks for your patience. A little bit of technical stuff going on. What else is new? Like still figuring out the hair, the mic. Giving you guys a bit of time to get in here with me. Oh, what a morning. Happy new moon, everybody. We're going into the new moon today. So happy new moon. Hello, everybody here joining us live and in living color. I'm getting some water on. Oh, my goodness. My goodness. How's everybody doing? How many have essential oils on them? Now's the time to use them. If you got them, use them. Lord, it has been quite the journey this month so far, right? We stepped into the Celtic New Year on the 1st of November, which happened to be my birthday, so it was a little bit of an extra special day for me. We've been doing a lot of work in the higher realms. A lot has been happening, which I'm going to get into and talk to you guys about, but I just want to give everybody a little bit of time to assemble here and get centered. Find your partner and shine, bring them in, tell your friends, and yeah, just welcome to Angels 911. And this episode is We Are the First Responders. That's what we decided. I am Stephanie Lodge. I am your quantum angelic advisor here today, here to accelerate your ascension. What that means is get your vibration up, get your cellular makeup high vibe, get your frequency up first, and that core frequency, the most important frequency right now really is faith and love and trust. Okay, so we're going to be talking a lot about that. I also want to invite those of you who are new here to subscribe to Angelic Academy. I'm on YouTube, on Facebook, and Instagram, and you can also find me as the Hug Angel on all of those platforms as well. So definitely hit the subscribe button if you're watching right now on YouTube, and if you aren't, you're welcome to go to YouTube and hit subscribe later or anytime. And that way you can stay up to date and get notified when these go live, because YouTube's good like that, right? The other thing I want to tell you is you can also visit angelicacademy.com, learn more about my teachings as an angelic advisor and quantum alchemist, all the rest. And what you will find there are some journeys that will assist you during these powerful transformational times, one of which is called Diamond Dream Alchemy. You can also subscribe to the newsletter, get a free meditation. So that is really going to assist you in terms of keeping your high vibration harmonically aligned. I teach something that is basically around harmonic alignment light optimization, or HALO, I call it for short. And when we are in HALO, when we are holding our sphere, our energy body accountable, right, for what comes in and out, that interface, what it allows for, when we are in command of that, essentially, we are in our power, we are in our sovereignty, and we set the stage for the life that we want to see unfold for us. So everything that I'm about is really just taking accountability. We're going to be talking about accountability a little bit today as well, because that's been one of the messages coming in. But I wanted to just say good morning and hello from around the world. Hello, everybody joining. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Mary. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Ron. Hi, Rosemary. I know many of you are in the Angelhood, and you know, the Angelhood is a really beautiful social sanctuary. It's similar to a Facebook, but high vibe. Everything's about that, really. We're there to support each other, inspire each other, share advice with each other. It's really a beautiful social sanctuary for those who are looking for a place to get out of the fray, get out of the drama and trauma that can sometimes be social media. So definitely check out the Angelhood at angelhood.com, and make sure that you there's a couple questions you fill out to apply to get in, and we'll get you inside, and you can share what's on your heart, what's on your mind, what's on your spirit, right? And really get a chance to share who you are in the world a little bit more with those you know who are light-minded. So I want to say this. This has been a really, really powerful week in terms of what we have shifted and gone through. Today we are entering Mars direct. Okay, Mars is going direct. We have a new moon. We just went through the 11/11 portal. Yesterday, Friday the 13th, was another powerful day. So it seems to me that there's just so many things coming forward, and sometimes our head can get kind of spinning a little bit with that. You know, we can find ourselves overwhelmed, find ourselves in a place where maybe we don't feel fully sovereign because there's a lot coming at us with information. And also I want to say misinformation and disinformation, right? And so really what I'm getting, what has occurred just this past week, in fact, one of my my sisters of light, she and I were in session, and she picked up that there was this energy coming out, broadcasting out from what you would call Planet X, Nibiru. And so because of certain elements of consciousness that I have access to, there was a potentiality to dismantle and release us from that type of frequency coming into the planet. That's really, really important to note, because if you guys had any type of symptomology Thursday, Friday, or even today, where you feel like something's dropped away, or there's something, you know, that's coming in that feels intense, just understand this was an energy that fed on us and we fed on it. It was a mutually codependent relationship. And so when that happens, it can feel like a death, it can feel like a loss, it can feel like something's missing. For some of you, if you don't tend to feed the drama trauma train, it might have just felt like a huge wave of light came in. You're like, wow, something really shifted. You know, I got some feedback from some friends on that. So just know that we have moved and shifted into a higher timeline where love prevails, absolutely. And it's time now for us to let go of the narratives of doom and gloom. You know, Planet X represented, and I want to talk about a little bit about this because it's important. It represented a cross point or choice point, like X marks the spot. You can kind of think of it like that. And in the map of consciousness, it had been planted into our consciousness as a doomsday scenario where the planet could collide with Earth, could cause a pole shift or something else of a gravitational nature, a lot of fear, basically. And when that consciousness came in, I believe it was through a woman channel of some kind, it created an element of fear that was like the scenario of Armageddon, basically, right? Of full apocalyptic nature. And that does not serve our consciousness. So whether you believe this planet existed, whether it was some fictional type of consciousness, conscious creation, it's all kind of the same, all right? We're in a holographic universe. What I looked at, what was interesting when this came forward, was the energy coming from it was like what you would call an archon energy. Mary, I mean, okay, I just outed you, Mary. But Mary and I were looking at it, and she's like, well, you know, it's like at the sources, this is where the source is, because my whole thing was we can clear it from Gaia, but then it's just going to keep getting in there. So we did. So thank you, Mary, acknowledging you in that. What I do know, though, is now what we have an opportunity to look at are the codes that are coming in. Okay, light codes must have been hitting us more rapidly since the 11:11 on. I don't know if you guys have noticed this. I certainly have. The 1122s, the 1111s, the 1212s, the 333s, you know, you name the codes coming in from your phones, from license plates, whatever. They probably went up quite a bit in the last few days comparatively. I know they're always kind of coming in, but sometimes we see surges, okay? And I want to say that with that, what was interesting is I've been also looking at the codes, and I said that we would talk about codes in this session. So I've also been noticing that there's certain letter codes coming in. So like if I see AA on a license plate, I know that's the archangels wanting me to get my attention. You know, so frequency first is an FF, right? If I see certain letters on license plates, double letters, right? Kelly's putting in the 7/7s, yes. So there's a lot of energetic codex coming in. And X specifically is what you would call like a lockdown, a control of like a lock, basically. It's like, let's lock this in, all right? Now, what I've noticed also in the collective consciousness within media, specifically the music industry, is there's been a lot of X showing up. Whether you see X Factor on television, whether you see Madam X with Madonna, Xfinity with Rihanna, I think there's something X at the Forum with Britney Spears. a lot of these popularized, very controlled, mind you, individuals who work within our conscious programming, right? They program things into our subconscious through their music, because music is very programming, right, to the sub. So I've been noticing this X thing going on. So when we got that it was Planet X, you know, when that came through for Mary, I was like, of course, because it's a code. That code is now dismantled. Let's just go with the assumption that code is now dismantled. That power is made impotent, is what the Angels Celestial Council said to us. And what came through from that was a very powerful rejoicing and up-leveling on Thursday that had both of us in tears, kind of shock and awe. One of the aspects I work with, Fanuel, is kind of a judge, jury, executioner, if you will, for Source, in the sense that as an element of a gatekeeper, what stays in the system, what goes out of the system, it's kind of that deciding agent. It kind of lays down the law. And the beauty of that was I allowed that presence just to come through me, do the work, sent in the crew that needed to do what needed to be done, and just let that divine appointment play out. And it was such a divine appointment because it was not the intention of our session together. So really beautiful. Again, Mary, I love you. Thank you for that. So what does this mean for us? This means we get to let go of the narratives that we've been holding on to, of the doom and the gloom and the future pending disasters. Now, done, made impotent, no longer in power. You are going to see a dismantling. In fact, Friday, I was getting reports in from some of my friends who I call them like I'm like central intelligence angel, you know, and I get these reports from people. And it was fascinating because there was so much coming in already, of just things coming in to show me that that actually had occurred. And I want you to also consider Planet X was similar to a Death Star. So it was like a planetoid artificial construct. It was not a true planet. So think AI technologies, think broadcast station, think technology system, very similar to what you would call a Death Star from Star Wars, right? So this is really important. Super important, because now what's going to happen potentially is a lot of purging, releasing, letting go of all the hooks that have been hooked into you, that have been super toxic and feeding on you, letting those go. Be willing to just be like, I'm done clearing. This is really what was so exciting about this. And I think this is why this came through on that day. For those of you who follow my work with the Angelic Dream Keys, because we are the Dream Keys, we are dreaming awake a new reality in every moment. The dream just got up-leveled out of the nightmare, okay? So it's been a little bit of a nightmare. So now we're going into the dream now. We're going now into the time where we can really dream awake what I call Diamond Earth, the multifaceted, multidimensional playground of light that can be the world can be our oyster, right? Whatever that expression means. So what I found so fascinating in this was we are the first responders, in that those of us who are aware of these keys, that we are dreaming awake the reality, we have a little bit more accountability and responsibility to hold the frequency of the keys that are unlocking these stations, these distorted, corrupted stations. If you think of like areas on the planet that are stationary, okay? Wherever you are a key to unlock the frequency of that location and a potentially a large area around you. The higher your frequency goes up, you know, many of you know this, on the map of consciousness, if you're holding a 300 and up, you know, you're basically holding frequency high for the 90,000 people who are under 200, and they're still living in what we might call the hell states or the living hell. You're neutralizing and assisting 90,000 people if you're holding a 300. And then if you're holding even higher than that, it's more people. It just exponentially grows. So don't ever underestimate the power of who you are and the importance of why you're here during these times. And the most important thing you can do in service to humanity, I don't care if you're just like an invalid sitting in bed, holding high frequency, holding and keeping the light in your body, and coming from a place of gratitude and happiness and love of self, right? And full trust and faith that all is well. This is the most important work we can do as light workers or light surfers, is to surf these waves as they come in because they do. Knowing that, something shifted now though. And what has shifted is whatever needs to play out as the exercise for humanity to learn this lesson, for those who are really stubborn, because there are many, that we are here to allow them to play that out for themselves, but we always hold the high watch and know that it's going to be okay. It's all going to end up okay, right? It's all going to be more than okay. It's going to be beautiful. But sometimes people still need the lessons of the drama, and it's all their own creation now at this point. It's no longer being fed or interfered with by outside forces. That's done. Please note that, okay? Now it's all just what's resonating on the planet, left over. They didn't get the memo yet, so they're going to still play out their little games maybe, but the main crux of interference, the main force of interference that was out of control in violation of the laws of light, in violations of the laws of source, and definitely the law of one, is annihilated, gone, done, completely eradicated. So what this means is we now just lifted into a completely different playing field. And it's really important for us to own that, anchor that, and know that fully and sincerely within our hearts. And have the graceful authority to say, you know what? I'm going to put up the boundaries to the negativity. If people are coming in and complaining and negative and they're in your world and they're toxic and they're feeding you all that BS belief system that they're still holding on to because they can't let it go, you need to really be clear of what you allow to come into your station and what are you unlocking as the key that you are, right? That's kind of how I want you guys to think about this. You are here to liberate humanity. We all are. And if you're watching this, especially, right? So you're getting this message for a reason. So what I also know is as we're moving into these higher frequencies, your body's going to be making micro adjustments. It's like the microfilament DNA elements of you are going to get accelerated now. Your body might go through heat flashes type things, right? Your body might go through inflammation, joint pains. Your skeletal structure might need adjustments. This is why the keys are imperative. This is why I teach the dream keys, because they are very specific aspects of source that can make these micro adjustments. So if your spine's out, you use Sitael. If you're feeling depressed or low energy, you go to Omayel. Yesterday, Mabahed was the key, or sorry, Thursday. That was the day of liberation, sovereignty, liberating prisoners, getting rid of tyranny, all that interference that I was just speaking to, Planet X interference. That was the key of the day. That was the key. So it was literally in alignment with what is here to unlock and liberate this planet. So everything's happening and unfolding perfectly. And as we trust and really know that we are the ones right now, if you are watching this broadcast, you are one of those who have been chosen to liberate your consciousness from all negativity and toxicity, liberate your body from all self-abuse and rage and inner turmoil. That means paying attention to what your body is feeling. If it's not feeling good, let that not feeling good out. It does you no good to push down your feelings. Interesting little blip there. So what I know now as we move forward is we are here to be accountable. We are taking full accountability for loving self first. Sorry, there's a little interference in the studio. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Then you really need to look at that. You need to look at what you are placing. Parents, right? Parents, political figures, anything that you're blaming, first and foremost, anything you get triggered by, remember, is only there to reflect back to you the elements in your own heart that are still present that you need to work on. So if you're seeing narcissism, a lot of narcissism in the world around you, and blaming the narcissist overall, Look at your inner narcissist that you created to survive some narcissist in your life, to be like them so that you could survive them. Okay, this is a very important aspect with the empath-narcissist relationship a lot of people forget about. And I know I've said this before for those of you who follow me, but for the new people, look at your own inner narcissist if you are still seeing aspects of narcissism around you and they trigger you. If you can't hold fully neutral to that energy, you're still working on it in yourself, okay? And that goes for any kind of personality type or archetype, right? Anything that seems tyrannical, anything that seems, you know, aggravating to you, or you can't hold neutral. And what I mean by neutral is compassion, but I'm not going to go into that drama with that person. I'm not going to let them feed on my energy, pull my energy, lower my frequency. I'm not going to pay into that piggy bank out of my bank account of my currency that is wholly conscious and pristine. I'm not going to spend it on that. I'm not going to feed that monkey my bananas, if you will, right? I like to use all these different metaphors. Something will stick and make sense for you, or work for you. But we can get addicted to these things, these codependent relationships, these relationships with others that, you know, we focus on because we don't want to deal with our own stuff. Now it is time to deal with your own stuff. Okay? It's not about the external. It's about really working on the heart, working on the inner landscape, the innerscape. And what I would say is moving through us now are tremendous, powerful currencies. I call these the dragon currents, the dragon streams, okay? The dragons of light, the seraphim nation, seraphim councils. And these seraph frequencies are literally the highest frequencies closest to source. They are the fire of source, God, love, that comes in to create. And they also dismantle. So they're responsible for both, right? They're like saying, let's put in a grid, power grid, right? Let's put in the creation, right? The current of creation and power it up. And then there's other elements that come in to maintain that energy, right, of love, and depending on what the frequency of consciousness that wants to come through. These are archetypes that we can find within our cultures, right? When you look at angels, dragons, lions, I call the dolphins, right? And I've been giving everything kind of the label of diamond because diamond light is representing this ascended, pure, highest vibrational 12th dimension up light coming in from, I say, the Andromedan galaxy, but really ultimately it's just knowing that it's here to assist us in consciously waking up this planet and ascending the planet. So I call it Diamond Earth. So instead of saying we're going to 5D, which is a location, a locale, a single density, it's like almost like you arrived at 5D and then what? You know, no. It is a constantly evolving, elevating, and you can go from 5 to 6 to 12 and back down to 6, and it's fluctuating. It's a fluctuating state of consciousness based on your currency, where your current's running, where your frequency's running and vibrating will be equivalent to what you are experiencing in your reality. You have full capacity right now to fully walk on Diamond Earth, completely. It's there for you. It's your choice whether you're still holding on to the 3D constructs, the denser stuff, okay? So just know, it's always a choice. You are always at a choice point, a 0-point decision in any moment to say, right now, I'm going to go into drama. Okay, I'm going to go play in the 3D field for a bit. Oh, right now I'm going to go into nature. I'm going to connect to the ocean. I'm going to connect to the planet and really feel the love that's coming through. I'm going to feel the love of myself. I'm going to honor my inner child. Now you're going into diamond constructs or diamond playground, right? It's always a choice. Choose wisely. Okay, so what I'm doing, just so everybody knows, is I am running frequencies right now through something called Healy. These are protective frequencies for everybody here tuning in with me for geopathic stress. So if you are on an area of the planet that is emitting, for any reason, geopathic energies that don't serve you, also planetary protection. So the new moon, the Mars going direct, all of this protection coming in around you. And this is going in what you would call your halo, okay? Your halo is your energy field. It's another name for what people would call the sphere that surrounds you, okay? And so right now I am running frequencies through me into this session in quantum beyond space and time conditions. So if you are watching this on demand, even a year from now, you're still going to get this protective energy. So just know this is a little extra special sauce coming in for you guys because I love you and I wanted to give you a little bit of healing today. So we are going to do some healing. I'm also going to be pulling some cards to kind of give you guys some messages from the dragons and also from the light itself and also from a new deck that I just started working with, which is the Pegasus deck, Pegasus Oracle, Alana Fairchild. Because Pegasus really, for me, is our way of bridging into power of spirit without the sense of intensity. It just has a gentler energy to it. So it's still powerful. Like think of the grounded hooves of a horse, right? It's still very powerful and strong, but has a gentler spirit than, let's say, the dragon energy, which is a little bit vast, wisdom, fierce energy. And we're talking archetypes, right? Okay. So we're going to go through these. I'm going to start with the secret language of light. This is one of my other favorite oracles. I know some of you know this one well. And oracle decks are, I'm a little bit of an oracle addict, I'll be honest. And my Halo group knows this. Those of you in my private group, you know this. It's like every week they're like, really, Stephanie? Another one? Like, I just bought that other one. Like, what are you doing? So, but I do believe there's certain decks for me that I resonate with and I evolve through, right? So I like to share the ones that come to me that I'm guided to. And yeah, I want to do a little bit of an oracle deck. Okay, so first we're going to set up the halo. Before we connect into spirit, I like to set up the halo. And so you guys are going to experience what I do as a mystic and as a conduit. And I am a conduit, just for those of you who are new to me and don't know who I am, I'm a conduit for the seraph, for the seraphim. It has taken me about 15 years to be able to hold that frequency of light. That means I hold all 12 source streams, 12 main bandwidths, or the council of 12. Many can hold up to 9 or 10. I hold 12. I'm a 6'2", so my body can handle it, I jokingly say. But it has definitely been, you know, I kind of say, I jokingly say there's the dark side of awakening because it has been quite the journey to be able to harness this energy in a safe capacity for my body. It does take a toll on the body. So for those of you who do channel, you know what I'm talking about. And I call it light streaming, and I've always called it light streaming versus channeling. Channeling to me is almost like you are setting an intention. I'm going to go into channel now and I'm going to connect, right? Which I do, but I also am in constant light stream. That means I'm an integrated light stream. Everything that you've been experiencing thus far through this transmission has been the living light that I give permission to fully transmit through me at all times. So my words, what you're hearing is going into your mental to have your mental have a concept or an understanding, but there's energy, angelic frequencies of sacred source consciousness that are coming through at all times, and they're going to be lighting up your DNA, accelerating your DNA, activating it to come into a higher vibrational state. That is their job. It's not my doing. You can talk to them about it, but they are using my vessel to facilitate that because there's such a need for that now. What this means is you're going to have some micro adjustments, recalibrations, resets, restorations coming into your field and therefore your body. So drink plenty of water during this time. Make sure if you need to take a nap later to integrate this, you do so, okay? So Angels 911 today is going to be a little bit of an education and a little bit of a healing session. What I know is it's much needed because this planet has been going through a lot, and the consciousness of this planet has been going through a lot of chaos, what I call the havoc. And I just want to tell you, all is well. You are safe. It is safe to be alive. You deserve to be alive. You are so needed. You are so worthy of love. And love prevails. It already has. Okay? All right. So we're going to go into stream now, specifically because I'm setting intention to bring forth certain frequencies that have been waiting and keep looking at them on deck. So here we go. Enjoy the ride. Welcome to Angel Airlines. Buckle up, buttercups. Let's open the gates, shall we? Breathing in, grounding into your body, opening up your heart, loving yourself, feeling into your center, activating your solar consciousness, opening up the crown. And I'm just going to call in now my counsels, the consciousness that I'm tuning into and bringing forth for everybody here today. So here we go. I call forth the angelic light stream of all creation, the living light of Source, the Mother, Father, God principles, the creator of our souls, the prime creative energy, invoking the counsels of light of the Seraphim, Neophanim, the Cherubim, and the Elohim, bringing forth the sovereign light nations and councils to be present here with us now, each and every one of us individually and as a collective. I call forth our ancestors, our guides, our angels. And I ask Archangel Metatron to be present here now to create a living light construct we call the halo, overlighting us with the beautiful platinum and titanium frequencies, creating a mesh of holographic frequency around us that is protective, safe, and secure. Calling forth Archangel Raziel to bring forth the rose gold frequency of full immunity, activating our immune systems, and bringing all of our energy centers of rainbow light frequencies, the jewel rays, online and aligned, correcting all spin states within each arc or energy center within you, igniting your archangelic template for full harmonic alignment, light optimization, or halo. Just breathing that in, knowing that this is done, letting go of need to understand or inner know. I call forth Archangel Michael and invoke the sapphire light stream of Michael consciousness to be present with us, creating a safe and secure chamber here today. Asking this beautiful frequency of unconditional love to escort out any and all static and distortion, decaying universal energies, and any residual consciousness that is disturbing in any way. We only allow for the highest frequency of ultimate love and living light to remain within our presence always. I call forth Archangel Raphael and the Emerald Light Stream to be present here to provide healing and harmony for those who are looking for a balancing of love in their hearts and through their minds and through their bodies. And I ask Raphael to create a beautiful cloak of emerald light around each and every individual here and all beings that are sentient. I call forth Archangel Gabriel to create a full stream of golden light frequency, the citrine light stream, to come forth and empower our communication, clear communication present within me and within all, providing a clear channel of living light. I call forth Archangel Uriel to ignite this light and purify this light with the diamond light streams, invoking all of the diamond light councils from the highest dimensional realms, including the diamond angels, the diamond lions, the diamond dragons, and even the diamond dolphins, and diamond Pegasus, why not? Bringing these archetypes forward and these beings of love forward to surround us, secure, safe, and serene in every way. This archangelic chamber of light is now anchoring into the violet light stream or the amethyst light stream beneath us for full transformation, transfiguration, transcendence. Asking Archangel Zachiel and Lady Amethyst to create a beautiful sovereign union of violet and ultraviolet within this consciousness of living light to assist us in knowing the truth of unified love within us. Revealing and releasing in the same breath all that we are willing to let go, and allowing all of that to fully drop into this light stream of violet frequency whenever necessary. And just visualizing this beautiful halo around you, sparkling, clear, sparkling rainbow frequencies of light. And just allowing an opening of the starlight gate above you to see this beautiful star above you, the Christ gate, invoking and aligning to the Christ councils, inviting the Masters of Light, the Nazarene, Order of the Magdalens, and Order of the Monarchs to be present here, calling forth Yeshua, Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, and Grandmother Hannah to be the ambassadors of these beautiful councils. Seeing, knowing, and remembering also Abraham and Brother Moses, and acknowledging all of the high councils of Christ consciousness, such as Buddha, Muhammad, and others, knowing that we are all one love through them. And just feeling this beautiful golden light showering down, filling your crown and coming into your halo, filling your halo with safety, protection in every way, this golden alchemical fire that cleanses and clears all the frequencies of static and distortion finally in this moment of now. As we step forward now into our session here, I'm going to bring forward the cards of Language of Light, the secret language of light, and you guys are welcome to keep your eyes closed for this moment or come back in. I'm just going to see what is on the table for us to know here today as we are in this Mars going direct, new moon frequency. What would they like us to know? The Vesica Pisces. How perfect. Just tuning into that frequency for a minute, which is an 8, 26-8, of course, as we look at the 8, the 8 within the 8. The 888 is the ascended Christ light, if you would. It resonates also with a choral frequency, I find. And it is here to sing our soul song. Our soul has a song to sing. What is your song today? I don't know how many of you are singers. I call you angelic sound streams because you are bringing forth the vibration of source or the music of the spheres through your tone. And your work is very important because it also creates the light stream of color. So we are working with the angelic light streams and the angelic sound streams today. That's the confirmation from the language of light. I do want to read about the Vesica Pisces because I find I like to honor these oracles for their consciousness and knowing that there's a lot of work that goes into these, and I want to see what these words are here today. The outside world feels more real than the inner world because we have been encouraged to focus more on what is outside of us. We have learned to give things that can be seen by others or touched by us more importance than what we feel. Making decisions can become difficult when our awareness is focused away from our inner needs and wants. When our internal and external realities are integrated, decisions are clear and easily made. This leads to satisfaction as there is no resistance to your fulfillment. When we scan the myriad possibilities open to us in the manifested world, we will know what we want and will not feel overwhelmed. In this space, we become grateful for the decisions we have made and all the ones we will make in the future. And what I get from this is basically what I was saying before is, if you're looking outside here to blame, right? If you're looking in the external for confirmation, if you're looking for answers online and social media, like, I'm somehow going to find the truth, that's not where it is. The only truth is in the trust of your heart. This is the only knowledge base you need. What is true for you? What is your knowledge center telling you? Ignore the interference. This is the only place you need to go. What is your soul singing to you? Have you tuned into it lately? Do you know your own tone? Or are you picking up other people's frequencies and tones, maybe depressions, panics, anxieties, sponging them in because maybe you're a little empathic and you don't know what you feel like anymore because you're you and everybody else? Super important to create the pushback, the boundaries, hold your sovereign halo, your sovereign state, I call it, and make sure that you're not allowing for the interference to come in. Visualize that around you, that sphere around you. A friend of mine gave me a really good way to look at this. Imagine you have a zipper in your halo. Okay, you're zipped up unless you unzip and let somebody in. Okay, they come, they can knock on that outer edge, but it's like you get to decide whether they come into your space, your domain. This is your kingdom, this is your queendom, this is your sovereign state. You are the sovereign of it, right? You are the monarch, the one arc, unified within yourself of this space. So you get to decide what comes in and out. And you are inviting things in. And unless you are a master alchemist who can invite any kind of thing in and transmute it, that's your purpose, great. But if it's lowering your frequency, it is not your purpose. It just isn't. You got to just be accountable and clear on that. All right? If you can't hold neutral, give it a rest. Don't try to save the world right now, right? Just know you only need to work on the love of self, get the color frequencies coming in, get the sound tones coming into alignment and harmony, and feel into that vibration of love that you are. And that doesn't mean you're not going to be human and have your moments, and I get that. But my point is, what is your bounce rate? How quickly are you getting back to your center, getting back to that state of sovereignty, and getting back to a place where you can actually be of service to many because you're in service to self as love of self, fully loving yourself. If you're still berating yourself, calling yourself names, thinking guilt, thinking shame, any of these lower frequencies of consciousness, I really, truly invite you to dive deep into why. What is going on in you that you're still holding as a truth that is being made self-evident through your experience of life that you can clean up now? It's time to clean it up, okay? And the best way I can tell you to do that is to work with frequency first. Everything starts as frequency, everything. Consciousness is frequency. So using light, using sound, right? These two core elements, very important. This is what they're telling us. The dream keys, if you don't know about the dream keys, angelicacademy.com, look up Diamond Dream Alchemy. It'll explain it to you. These are powerful frequencies. Many of you have done them. You know the journey. You've been on the journey. There's 72 frequencies that will literally create a transformation in you, whether you like it or not, sometimes, but they will absolutely shift your core elements, your archetypes, your architecture, so that your vibration changes and therefore your life changes. You start to attract different things into your life, support that you never thought possible, love that you never thought possible. But it does require work. And it doesn't mean you do the key once and you're done. It's a practice. Spiritual practice is the work. It is the work that we're doing right now, is really this self-work, right? So just a reminder, get back into frequencies, light, sound. That's what this is about. Okay, so moving on. We're going to go to the dragons. Stav, thank you, sweetheart. For those of you My love bug partner in shine here at the Academy is Stav Geffner, and she likes to put up little summaries of what I'm saying so people who are visual learners can read some of that. So I want to honor her in her quick typing skills and supporting that on YouTube. At least if you're watching on Facebook, I invite you to YouTube and seeing some of that coming through. Okay. Here we are. Dragon time. All right, I guess I should tell you guys, I just discovered this deck in the last month or so, Dragon Path, Carolyn Mitchell, beautiful deck. There's not a lot of dragon decks that I resonate with. This is one of them. I also resonate with Diane Cooper's, which I've been using for a long time. In fact, do I have that deck? I do. Okay, I might pull one from her too. Okay, so we're gonna pull just one, hopefully, unless. Well, I needed, because I just saw this, they showed me this bottom of the deck, emergence. We are emerging into a new earth. Look at that. It's like an egg that is earth. This dragon is overlighting it. It's coming out of this egg, okay? Birthing a new earth, diamond earth coming in. Okay, so I just had to honor that. It peeked at me. So there we go. Okay. Here we go. This is the card, Soul Guardian. If you want to read more about these dragons, you can go into the Angelhood. We have an area called Dragon Light. There's full descriptions of these dragons, okay? But the Soul Guardian, to me, is really here to remind us that we are safe, okay? This is a huge one right now. There's so many people right now who are going, what is going on? So much happening. We are safe. No matter what, you are safe. Your soul is secure. You are held in the arms of love, the wings of grace, in every way. Please know this. We got you. If you are having security issues, insecure kind of feelings going on, we are holding you. Okay? Everyone is surrounding you. You are never alone. You have legions around you. Okay? We are so held. Please know this. It is time to anchor this knowledge. Let go of the fear. Okay. Sorry, guys. I accidentally hit something on the computer. Sorry about that. All right. I think we're back. Stav, if you can confirm I'm back. I'm like, oh my God, what happened? What did I do? You gotta love technologies, right? Okay. I think I'm still in. Anybody? Bueller? Am I still live? Am I still visible? I just want to double check. Oh, that's interesting. It posts on Facebook too. I don't know what I did, but I'm back. Hopefully I'm still here. Okay, good. Thank you, Anita. Anita took pity on me. She's like, yeah, you're here. Am I still present with the angels? Oh my goodness. All right, so we're going to go to my other original favorite deck of dragons. I'm going to tell you guys the story of the dragons. So, of course, the dragons are another way of saying seraphim, okay? And in 2017, I was in a group. A lot of you guys know the story. I was helping a sister out doing some grid work around the planet, and she's a little in over her head, let's put it that way. And Archangel Michael's like, call in the diamond dragons now. I'm like, what? Who are the diamond dragons? He's like, just do it. I'm like, okay. So I call in the diamond dragons. And Anita, thank you. I'm in Croatia. Good to know. Anchoring light in Croatia. So I call in the diamond dragons. And all of the people in the group, there were like 60 of them, like, oh my God, these are amazing. And they're like, start seeing them come in, you know, because they're highly clairvoyant. I had no idea who the diamond dragons were. And their number is 777777. So it's like double, right? It's 3 and 3. And if you study with me, you'll understand halonetics and what the halo keys are and all that stuff. But anyway, so so the diamond dragons come in, and after that, it was like there was a whole valve that was open, and it was literally just dragon this, dragon that, you know, all sorts of dragon stuff. People were seeing and telling me about dragons all over the place. So it was very funny. And of course, now more and more people are recognizing the need to bring in these energy forces because they just hold more power and vast frequencies, broader bandwidth, if you will, which is required right now for the ascension of the planet as an archetype of consciousness versus just an angel or an archangel, which are, of course, beautiful and necessary, but they're governors, if you will. The archangels govern things. But really, you're not going to believe the dragons coming forth. This is amazing. Amazing. Really, the dragons are what I would say managing the whole planet, right? They're really very much the energy of we brought you in and we can take you out. Like they're the ones that build the planet on the holographic level. So interestingly now, the ones coming in are the rose pink dragon. Okay, I'm sorry for my halo light is a little bit crazy. So the rose pink dragon prepares your heart to connect with the higher facets of the cosmic heart, or what I call the diamond heart. Open your heart to warm-hearted love and diamond light. Connect with the love of the universe. And voila, Kuan Yin's pink dragon, all these pink dragons. Wow. Here, I didn't let you guys tune in long enough. Sorry. Look at that. Okay. So I'm seeing these rose pink dragons to confirm to me that love is present. Love is here. No more fighting and worrying. And this is the day that Mars goes direct. The planet of war. Guess who's here? Love. That's it. I'm not seeing any more war. Okay? Brings firm love that resets your karmic balance. See all your cords dissolved by transcendent love. Enjoy your freedom. Look for the divine around you. Guys, we are living in a sovereign earth plane now. Own it, know it, anchor it, be it. Let go of this warrior stuff. Take off the armor of warriorship. Put down the sword. Pick up the rose. Okay? That's what this means. At some point, we get to say, I'm done clearing stuff. This is really what was big. By the way, Mary, I didn't tell you this. What came through for me of why I pushed to figure out where this energy was coming from, this Planet X stuff, was because I was done having to clear. How many of you are done clearing things? Raise your hand, put up a heart, put up whatever you want, put up a 1, maybe just a number 1, I don't care. Put up something. Say, me, I'm so done clearing these issues again. And here they are again, and here they are again, and here they are. Well, of course, if they're constantly being transmitted, replanted, and reprogrammed into our system, why do we think they're gonna go anywhere? So now, what this is telling me is, bye-bye, they're gone, no more, let it go. Just, are you ready to let it go? When? If so, now, great, let it go, right? That's it. That's why Pegasus is coming in. Lisa's like, heck yes. I love it, Lisa. That's it. We get to stop clearing. We don't have to be perpetually clearing and clearing and clearing and detoxing and clearing and, you know, take care of your body. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying at some point we get to claim our sovereignty. We get to claim like there's nothing against us. Let go of the opposition. Put down all that need to fight things. Love them, hug them. I'm the hug angel for a reason, because if there was ever a person who always felt that there was something against her, me, it's like I'm the recovering oppositional holic. I don't know. But my point is, savior of the earth complex much? Yeah, that's done. Joan of Arc came in and said, thank you for liberating me, sister, on Thursday. There were so many things. Knights Templar, the Templar templates, for those of you who know what that means, if you were a Templar Knight, The money and love factor, the money and spirit cannot commingle. It is not safe to have too much money because you will be executed. That's gone. Bye-bye. You totally can make money free and clear without feeling guilty, shame, or bad about it. Money is just a vibrational frequency currency reflecting in your core currency. If your core currency frequency is high, abundance is yours. That's it. Really simple. But we forget this because we beat ourselves up and berate ourselves. Love you. Okay. Pegasus. Pegasus is going to come flying out of this deck, and they're coming out in chunks because it's a newer deck. Clear. So Pegasus is one of my archetypes. It's one of my spirit animals. So I just really resonate with this energy. And what came forward was honor this part. You know, I honor the dragon energy all the time. Oh my goodness. You guys. Oh my Lord. So excited. Look at this. Pegasus of the Black Diamond. Ooh. Okay. Let's go to the book, shall we? Let me just tell you this for a second because, again, these cards have very specific meaning. And Alana Fairchild is one of my favorite oracle creators because she has such a deep conduit of love that comes through her. I don't know her personally. I don't know what her personality is as a human, but I know what comes through her. Okay. So, Pegasus, guardian of the soul, connects you to your inner spiritual authority. Here we go, confirmation. You are laying claim to your strength, dignity, self-confidence, and self-respect. Your soul has a genius capable of transforming any tragedy in a triumph of spirit. Such alchemy arises from suffering that burns away attachments and self-limiting identities and emptying us so that our souls naturally activate and attract spiritual deliverance. Oh my Lord. Beautiful. Pegasus is your guide, helping you shift from hopelessness to confidence and healing. Pegasus of the Black Diamond speaks of the profound wisdom and strength you have gained through your encounters with the darker side of human nature. Your soul growth has been hard-won, but cannot be undone. Negativity may arise within or around you, but it will never overcome you. This is the message. This is exactly what I've been saying, you guys. With the sign of tremendous growth and awakening, you are being asked to recognize your spiritual strength. Allow your inner knowing to ease any concerns that has temporarily confused your heart. The spiritual worlds offer gratitude and acknowledgement for all that you are and do. You deserve whatever you wish to ask of the universe. Pray with the conviction that your prayers will be answered with grace and kindness. A time of difficulty, a cycle of challenging karma is now complete. Oh my angels. Okay. You have crossed a permanent threshold into grace. Allow your mind to catch up to your spirit and you shall experience deep abiding peace. Seriously. Can that be any clearer? Thank you, Pegasus. This is what I love about the streams that come through first, and then the cards come in and confirm them, because we all need that. We just do. We're human, okay? I'm feeling some of you guys, and you're just like, what? So this is what I know. We made it. We are on the other side of this threshold. We passed the gate. There is no going back. Please know this to be true. No matter what people are still going to be spouting out there, there's a lot of spiritual beings. I love them, but they're still going to create stories and narratives, whether that serves their own inner stuff that they need to work on or what have you. Understand there's double agents out there. I'm going to be honest. There's a lot of double agents out there. You got to use discernment, okay? People who want to continuously perpetuate things that we have to be opposed to. We have to create drama and opposition for us so we can be the warriors. No, I say no to that. We are done. Now it's time to claim, anchor, and build Diamond Earth fully. Do not go back. Do not look back. Do not collect $200. Just go straight. Just go straight. Go home. Okay? So my frequency is so elated to be bringing this forward for you guys. Whoever's here to tune in, on demand, later, whatever, get this out there, share this. This is an important message that needs to be heard. I have been undercover for far too long because of the type of work that I do. It's like angel undercover. I go in, I get out, people don't even know I hit them, that kind of energy, okay? But now it's safe for me to come out, safe for me to be heard in this way where there's no fear of persecution, okay? This is important. This message is important because there are too many who are still holding on to their wounds. There's wounded warriors out there. I know that they're healing. I know that they want to heal. But they haven't necessarily had time to really heal themselves enough to bring forth these messages of conviction and confidence in a way that penetrates the soul to the level that it needs to at this point. They're still wobbly, if that makes sense. And some of them aren't. They're in full conviction, but the messages are still distorted for some reason. I'm seeing that too. They're not quite clear. They're a little confusing. So my invitation for you guys is, if it doesn't say to your heart 100% joy, happiness, kindness, love, please eliminate it from your consciousness. Do not allow that to come into your spirit. You are too precious. You are too important. Okay? How are we feeling? I feel good. All right. So in this moment, what I'm going to do is something I did for Halo this week in my private group. I'm going to bring forth the Christ counsels, the Seraphim heart, the diamond light streams into my diamond heart. And I want to invite you guys to tune into that with your hearts and receive through solar entrainment. That means your vibration is going to match my vibration. Okay, so we're going to kind of come into matching harmony of a frequency. That is source frequency, okay? I'm using this Vogel, for those of you who know it's not a true Vogel, but the concept of 24-sided Vogel, to tune into what is here for us now, the diamond light, those ascending frequencies. And I want you to do your best to trust that your heart is ready to receive this super blast of light from my heart to yours. I call it a hug. We are healing universal grace through hearts, no, healing universal grief through hearts united in grace. That's what hug means for me as the hug angel. I know there's so much grief. The grief is covering the fear. The fear is covering sometimes the anger or the rage. And that is covering up the power that we are. It's like many levels that we have to work through. If you're still releasing a lot of grief and sadness, you still got a few levels to go. And what I mean by that is to break through your fear, to face those things that enrage you, to know that you'll get through all that so you can step in your power. It is safe to step in your power. We need you to step in your power, every one of you. And that is the work. So right now what we're going to do is we're going to start with wherever you're at. If you're holding the grief, we're going to do some clearing on the grief. If you need to get through the fear, to break through any fear, we're going to do that. If you're ready to get to your rage and just rage it out and go and scream and punch pillows and do whatever you got to do to get the rage out of your body and out of your cells, because they're locked in your cells, we'll help you start doing that. I want you all to get to a place of power and peace. That is where you are truly sovereign and free, okay? That is my job. That is what I'm here to do. That is what I'm here to assist with. That is why I love what I do, because I know this stuff works when we go to frequency and faith, okay? So here we go. Stop, relax, receive, enjoy. She's like, I gotta get all this out. I know, girl. It's all good. Just come into the heart, all right? So we're gonna do this. All right, so again, assembling our halo, visualizing that sphere of light around you. You are safe, cocooned, surrounded by legions. And we are meeting in council, and just imagine that we are surrounded by love, by light. And your heart is a beautiful diamond. You may see it as two pyramids, one upright, one inverted, base to base, so kind of like a diamond on a playing card or an expanded Merkaba. And this diamond is in the center of your chest. And it is sparkling, beautiful, radiant light, clear, pristine light. And just allow that to fill the space in your heart. And feel the presence of that soul of source coming in, the creator of you, the initial spark coming in and expanding into your heart. And imagine that you are sitting in council with all of us. We are sitting in circle. And I am in one position within this circle. And now I'm going to go to the center of the circle. And I'm going to hold my heart open. And I'm going to open up a channel or conduit of light, of seraphim source frequency, to come in through my crown. And I want you to imagine that you are tuning in by projecting an echo of this heart, just a duplicate, into mine. So you're bridging in, linking into my heart. So it's like we're creating a heart link, okay? So just do your best to imagine this. If you can't, just know that it's happening. And as I expand my heart, receiving your heart, the frequency of love, the abundance, the vitality is rising within my field, within my heart, creating a spin state within my diamond heart that is rapid. So a sphere appears within the center of my chest. And as this does so, it starts to charge your heart link, sending frequency into your center of your chest. Like a ray of light coming from my chest into yours. And just feel the love. And then I'm going to be quiet here for a moment so you can tune in to this frequency that is here for you, aligning you and harmonizing you. As this light comes in, feel free to release anything you're holding on to and letting it go. Making more room. In this moment, Mother Mary is stepping forward as a representative of the sacred sovereign feminine, stepping into my body, aligning her heart with mine, and sending out this beautiful rose, loving frequency, as well as a beautiful pale blue serenity frequency. Beloved ones, children of the light, you are the grace, and I hold you now in a field of beautiful roses. Each and every one of you is blooming into a greater rendition of what you were even a moment ago. Every moment, you are precious. Every moment, we praise you, honor you, and respect you for being embodied, sacred servants of the light. You are the seeds and the bloom. It is time to face the sun. Turn your faces to the sun and let every aspect of you unfold, each petal a precious facet of your love, of your wisdom, of your worth. In this moment, imagine a beautiful rose blooming within your heart. What color is it? Maybe it's many colors. But this is my gift to you, to remember, first and foremost, the beauty of your soul, the purity of your soul, the innocence of the child within that came into this world fully entrusting in its caretakers. And no matter the journey of that child, you can invoke that trust, that purity, that innocence, and know that that is the sacred elixir of life that flows to you in every moment from your Creator. And let that feed you, nurture you, nourish every cell of your being. It is the forgiveness that wants to stream forth from you now, the compassion for those who know not what they do, and the confidence to speak with authority your truth without apology, without ego, for your heart to hear back, for your heart to receive what you know to be true for you. You may speak it into a mirror for all that it matters, knowing that your word, your logos, comes into matter. It is not necessary to convince anybody what is true for you. It is only important that you know your truth, that you live your truth, that you walk your talk. Integrity and morality are your true north. To become an immortal being of light is to come fully into the morality of your soul, bearing the highest frequencies possible not just for others to bear witness to, but for you to be your own witness. This is our message today from the Christ Councils, and as an ambassador and emissary for these celestial beings, I love you. I am here with you in your heart in every moment. Remember the Mare within you, the Master within you, for that is what I represent. The Master of the Mother Nurturer, the sacred feminine that is rising more and more each day to balance out the equation of this sovereign world. Beloved beings, be well, be blessed, be the light, and we will meet again. Just visualize a beautiful aquamarine come in now, blanketing you, blanketing our entire council, this circle here, as a gift for all of us to come in harmony through the law of one, the we are collective consciousness, the gnosis of the heart. Thank you for being present here today, as we are the first responders, the first wavers, the ones who said yes to surf our way through these countless waves. But now it's time to come to shore and to lead the way. And I honor each and every one of you for being the way of light. So just taking another breath and just knowing that your heart link is coming back into your chest, coming back into your heart center, your diamond heart now, coming into perfect spin state, I call it, where your Merkaba is spinning and creating a beautiful sphere of light within the center of your chest, radiating in all directions, cleansing, clearing, releasing any and all static interference, harmonizing your field, your halo. And here we are. Welcome home. Thank you for flying Angel Airlines. I hope you enjoyed the flight. I like to take a temperature usually when I do halo in my private groups. 1 to 10 usually, and people will come in with their 7.5s and things like that. But we didn't get to do that today. We didn't do that at the beginning. But what I'd like to say is check in with yourself. Where are you at? What is your frequency at? What's your angelic IQ, I like to call it, your AQ? Maybe it's at an 11, I don't know. But check in, see what your frequency's at. I'd love to see you type in a number for me so I can see how you're feeling, how all of you are feeling, because we are linked here in this council today. We've done massive work for this planet. Thank you, Ron, coming in with an 11, of course. I want to say thank you to all of the councils of light, celestial champions here present as well. That's my word for light warriors. Like, done with the war word, right? Thank you. Thank you, Barb, for the 11. Angela, yay. Coming in with her 10, yay. Lisa, 10, yay. Jeanette, 11, thank you. You're so welcome, Barb. This gives me such fulfillment. When I started doing this work many years ago, I realized how important this work was, because there were people who it got them through really rough years. And when I saw people were having their lives saved by working with these frequencies of light, these angels of consciousness, I feel that, I really knew that it was a responsibility for me to continue on this path and make sure that I saw it through to some semblance of a completion, I suppose. Whether we ever really get to completion is not really the point. The point is, I knew we had a journey ahead of us, and here we are now. And I really do feel that we are creating our realities. We are anchoring in timelines, and we anchor in the highest timeline we feel we deserve. So I want each and every one of you to consider that. Invite yourself into the opportunity to only allow for the highest living light and ultimate love to remain within your presence always. Really think about the words you speak, the frequency you emit, what that's tuned into and aligned to. Is it aligned to high love or low light, right? So, this has been Angels 911. I am Stephanie Lodge, and again, I want to just say, I am here, I am present with you. I invite you to visit angelicacademy.com, subscribe to our newsletter so you'll get notifications. The next live I'm going to be doing here on YouTube will be Q&A Angels, which will be an opportunity for you to ask some questions. And you can ask some of these questions in advance because we give the opportunity to members of the angelhood.com to post their questions in advance. And I always honor those first because it is people committed to this lifestyle or light style to hold high frequency. So I definitely invite you to go and join the sanctuary, theangelhood.com. And I also want to say, if you would like more of this type of meditation, you can get a free download of my Diamond Light Meditation, which is a really good reveal, release, restore process that you can get for free when you sign up for our newsletter at angelicacademy.com. And subscribe to YouTube. The more, the merrier. I love to see the frequency expand and know that you're holding this frequency with us because it's important. It's more important than ever before. And yeah, I just would love to see you guys. Feel free also to know that in the Angelhood, there's a chat mechanism where you can send me a message. If you have something come up from the session here today, it's a good way to reach me. So you can say, hey, Steph, I had the weirdest dream, or I saw dragons for the first time, or whatever, whatever it is that comes forward for you. There's a lot of alchemy that happens with these sessions, and members of the Angelhood will vouch for that. They know. I'm like, oh my gosh. But yeah, just know that there's opportunity in the Angelhood for you to connect with others and make friends who are of like mind. And that's important, that we are in these councils, we are in these spheres, we are in these frequencies that know and remember who we truly are and don't get caught up too much in the drama. Do our best not to feed that. So thank you. I love you. I'm giving you a big hug. If you need a ground in, give yourself a hug, okay? Ground into your body. Stand up and just anchor into your body. You can also know that it is safe to be in your body. It's safe to be alive. I am safe in my body. I deserve to be alive. It is safe for me to be alive. These kind of statements as you're anchoring into your body, really powerful. And for those of you who know Matt Kahn's work and others who've gone before him with the I love yous, the I love yous in the mirror, really important right now. Eye gaze into your iris, internal resonance intentional system. That's what it's called on another level. That frequency coming into your own soul through your eye is very important for resonance. I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. I love you, and state your name, okay? These are practices as you continue to say that to yourself. The sub can only believe you over time. It needs to hear it, all right? What other tips? Frequency first. If you're having a hard time holding frequency because there's a lot of stuff going on in your world, around your family, in your households, whatever, Post-its, really useful. Put them around the house. Frequency first. Frequency first. I know a lot of you do this already. Get them out there. Hide them from yourself, whatever. But put them places where you're going to be surprised. Oh, that's right. Frequency first. Because it's all about your bounce rate. I talk about this in the Academy. You're going to get those days sometimes. Last week, I I lost, you know, a friend when a family member had a heart attack. I mean, there was a lot going on in my week. It doesn't mean I don't go into those moments of like, whoa, what's going on? But it's about how quickly can we get back to this neutral, harmonic state of love that is high frequency, that is holding that light while others are maybe freaking out that can't. If you can get back to that frequency, it's super powerful. So it's a practice like anything else. And if you are finding that you're having still a lot of traumas, your life just feels too chaotic, you're having massive health issues, I really, really invite you to consider going on the Diamond Dream Alchemy journey. It is a powerful journey. It's $11 a key. Each one is a meditation experience, not dissimilar to today, different types of energy coming through. I do heart streaming, or what some call light languaging, and other elements of alchemy. Each key is very different, but these installations and activations, if you will, are for accelerating the ascension process and facilitating a smoother transition into the higher radiance of who we are. We're all going up. We're all going to get that light to come in. But for some of us, these keys are going to assist us in releasing some of the junk folders, the corruption in the system, just the crud, right? So that that light can come in with more grace and ease. So it's a powerful journey. It's a commitment for sure. It's a practice. For those of you who've already done it, I know some of you have done it 2-3 times now this year, because I first created it earlier in the year. I commend you. And you know, it's like going to the gym. You're not going to be Schwarzenegger overnight, right? You're going to have to go and practice and do some of these things a few times for it to really refine within your system. And I can only say that I'm living proof that the work works. Because in the fray of the havoc of everything that surrounds us in this world this year, I've been holding pretty steady and pretty firm in that light and in that conviction and that confidence of strength of this currency. That is the angelic light stream. So if I can do it, you can do it. I didn't have anything special happen to me. I did this through my own accord. So that is why I know this work works, because it's worked for me and I'm living proof. So I invite you guys to check out Angelic Academy. Check out Diamond Dream Alchemy. You'll find it, I think, under programs. And the Diamond Heart Keys is another program I have. If you want to learn more about the Diamond Heart, the Diamond Light Stream, Diamond Light Manifestation and Alchemy, it's a beautiful program, self-directed audio program. You can do it on your own. And that's another opportunity for you to work with these types of teachings of Magdalene mysticism and Angelic Ascension. So I do invite you to go to angelicacademy.com. I love you. We are one, right? So I give you a big hug, and I will see you soon. Next couple weeks, I guess, or less. Yeah, November 22nd. Have to think about that. 11/22, we will be back. All right, love you. Subscribe to the newsletter, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.